Homer firmly covered Abel's mouth and nose. The suffocating sensation left Abel struggling desperately, but Homer remained completely indifferent to this. He directly sent Abel to meet God, and all of this was because of a car accident. Homer couldn't drive due to being drunk. He could only ask the elderly Abel to be his designated driver, but Abel suffered from presbyopia and night blindness. He drove straight into the oncoming traffic lane. A car was also approaching from the opposite direction at that moment.
Nice one, thanks.
The car rolled continuously, finally landing on the mountain highway, but before Homer could even breathe a sigh of relief, Abel stepped on the gas pedal again. Seeing that Abel was already seriously injured, Homer hurriedly took out his phone, but just as he pressed the emergency call button, he suddenly remembered something important.
While I'm in the hospital, you'll have to visit me every day, and then I'll have to come live with you while I recover. Eventually, I'll die in your home, which will hurt the resale value.
Thinking of this, he finally made up his mind.
Dad, wake up!
What? Oh.
Only then did Homer realize that everything he had just experienced was only a beautiful dream.
You can just drop me off here.
I'll see you later, honey.
Learning that these few boxes of cookies would cost $30, the mayor could only open the government treasury, but discovered it was completely empty. He had used the last bit of funding to build the Springfield sign. The mayor could only gather residents to discuss solutions. Homer quickly came up with an idea. They deliberately destroyed the town's buildings, then disguised it as hurricane damage to request disaster relief from the federal government. After a brief inspection by government officials, they agreed to allocate $15 million to Springfield for reconstruction. But to obtain this funding, they had to first pay a $10,000 processing fee.
And that's how a fake FEMA official scammed us out of $2,500. We are now worse than broke.
Just as everyone fell into despair, Lisa suddenly appeared. She found the real reason for Springfield's bankruptcy. She searched through the town's delinquent taxpayer lists from recent years. She discovered that the town residents had never paid city taxes.
We shall collect each and every back tax owed. Everyone from comic book guy to Millhouse. No one shall be spared.
Soon a long queue formed outside the tax office, but now only one person hadn't paid their taxes. The taxes and interest she owed amounted to $15 million. This money was enough to help the town get through the crisis. But Lisa was somewhat surprised when she saw this, because Homer had once been her agent.
Right. Dad was Colonel Homer and he wore that awesome suit and literally wanted to bunk his brains out. But I forget how Mom felt about it.
Kids, marriage is like a car. Along the way, it has its bumps and dings, and this country can't make one that lasts more than 5 years. With Lurleen, I just walked past the showroom and didn't even go inside. Now let's return to watching the news.